Alrighty, it's time. I may regret it because I really don't use Arthur's all that much, but I skipped out on the Lilia Holy Relic gimmick team that everybody was using, and the new Melee's pretty fun. So the only reason I'm even gonna do this is because there's more than one Arthur. There's actually 4 Arthurs that I think can get use out of this, because there's 3 SSR Arthurs and 1 SR Arthur. And so it covers a decent, amount of units, I guess. Plus, Green Arthur's really good for a lot of just PvE stuff in general, and so we're gonna make it. It's going to set me back a little bit on materials, but I have already beaten floor 3 of the bird. I'm still waiting to make a video on it because I want to make sure that I can get a decent team that I'm somewhat consistent with it. But we now have the Holy Relic. Let's go ahead and put it on him, and we're going to hop into some PvP. So give me just a second and we'll swap over. Alrighty. So this is the team that we're going to be using. It's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Obviously, people have already used this before, but I literally looked through like every character in my box, and I'm only missing a couple of characters. I couldn't really think of anyone else besides Red Arthur who just gives a decent amount of buffs and stuff like that for Melee. So unfortunately, I can't really do much to adjust this team, I guess, as it is. I have invested in all of these units at this point. I wasn't really sure that I wanted to invest into Sigurd, and as you can see, I definitely took a hit from my diamonds because I bought so many cosmetics during this sale. But honestly, Sigurd, I've tested out the team a little bit. I haven't upgraded his outfits or anything like that just yet, and I'll try to do that eventually, but I don't really use Sigurd all that much. If this becomes more of like my main team that I use in PvP, I'll obviously consider giving him sort of cosmetic upgrades. But yeah, Sigurd has been actually pretty good, like pretty nice to have like leveled up and have his cosmetics and stuff like that, because he just using this team specifically, I actually get to see what his amplify card does, which is really, really nice. So we're gonna hop in, we're gonna see how it goes. Obviously I've tried this a little bit without Arthur's Relic and it didn't go as well, so let's see what we can get going here. I could level 2. Oh, they already have debuffs on because of it. That's why this is so good. I did not realize that you immediately... Dude, that's... Okay, that's actually insane. Okay, that's a ton better. Okay, I knew that it lowered their defense, but I didn't know that it was just like a red debuff. I figured it was going to be like a 1-turn gray debuff, which is pretty nuts because that activates Sigurd. I didn't know that that's how it actually worked. I never actually watched anyone's video on it because I personally don't really watch a whole lot of Grand Cross content. I try not to take influence from other people's content. I try to just make videos on what I want to make videos on, but this one was kind of unavoidable. Like I said, I couldn't really find anyone or like any other like unit worth using, so kind of just unfortunate there. So I'm pretty sure we can kill somebody here. Obviously, yeah, we shouldn't have any problem taking out Kyo. I'm glad that killed, because if I would have wasted the Amplify on that, I would have been a little sad. 394k. That's honestly so ridiculous. That's really, really crazy, though, because trying this without the Holy Relic, it's so much worse, because obviously Arthur doesn't do anything worthwhile. His attack card disables recovery skills, which is just useless, kinda. Like, it's just really, really small. Not really anybody uses recovery skills nowadays, like the green ones. So yeah, very very niche as far as that goes, but that's pretty nuts. I'm honestly kind of stoked about this. That's really, really cool. Alright, there was a little bit of a load time here, so I'm assuming it's a real player. Pretty decent CC. I think now that I'm at this point with my CC and everything like that, and with this team being as good as it is, I should probably try and whatchamacallit, I should probably try and push a little bit more in PvP. So that could be kind of fun. I might try to just like save up a whole bunch of tickets and use those over the next couple of days or whatever. Try to save up a bunch of my friendship coins and everything, and just try to buy a bunch of tickets so I can push up really high in geared PvP. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't have too many issues in Masters. Like I feel like it's a lot better than being like Platinum or anything like that. But I don't know. I think I could definitely make it up to. It's not champion is. It's not top 100. I forget how the whole thing works, so forgive me. But that's insane. Boom, boom. That almost killed King, which is kind of nuts. Kill Arthur here, or not Arthur, Gother. Honestly, I mean, if I can get some more. The only thing holding me back at the moment is literally just cosmetic upgrades. Like if I can upgrade the cosmetics on these two right here, I could get a ton of CC on this team. Because I'm already over 300k, which isn't like anything groundbreaking. I know that people are, I think in like the higher tiers of PvP, people are getting all the way up to roughly, whatchamacallit, like 340k or something like that. Maybe not quite 340k, but I know they're definitely going over 330k. So that's pretty nuts. And then this should kill. Boom, boom. Yeah, 326,000 damage. Got a little bit of a merge there. It's not going to be too big of a deal. We've got a Flood ultimate in hand, and we have an Amplify, so it's not going to be an issue. I'm kind of interested. I want to see how much the Flood does. So let's actually, I could get a really nice Amplify off here. He has the damage reduction on. Let's just use the Amplify just to see how much damage we can get. Boom, boom. 317k. That's pretty nuts. That's actually so insane. I didn't think it was going to be this crazy. All right, it took a lot of time actually for this guy to load in. So I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of hoping that during the video I can get somebody to out CC me, because I want to see how that goes with Arthur. It's unfortunate. I mean, honestly, this is such an insane like turn 1 team. I really can't blame him. All right, what do we got? We got another melee team. He's using Kyo. He does out CC me. Let's see how this goes with him out CCing me. It doesn't put Arthur's thing on first, like if he goes first too, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, it's not going to be as good if he insta-kills melee here, which is very possible because he's the one that got the extra ignites. So he's probably just going to double tap into an Amplify card here, which is going to be a little unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate that Nanashi doesn't go off before either, because I think if Nanashi would have been there, it might have been pretty helpful for my survival. So that's a little unfortunate. Okay, we do have Nanashi buff. We can put this on everybody. Obviously, he killed melee first turn, which is going to be a huge threat. Let's extort into a big Amplify. 162. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, he's got a pretty good amount of buffs on. We do have to deal with the whole ignite thing at the moment, though. This is the one thing about Nanashi, is for some reason, as soon as Nanashi comes down from the backline, it's like he insta-pulls every card in the game. Like, there's just no other cards that you can draw besides Nanashi cards, which is just absolutely ridiculous, man. Alright, here's the AoE. That kills Sigurd. Unfortunately, we have lost this match. But, I mean, that's honestly what I wanted to test. I wanted to see whether or not the team would be any good at all if I didn't go first. So we'll just throw these two out. And on the off chance that he somehow cannot kill Arthur here, We'll maybe try to ult him. That is the one nice thing about using old Red Arthur, is that he's been out for so long, and I've been playing like the game since day one, so he's 6/6, which is nice. But he's got so many ignite stacks on him. The odds of me not dying here are very slim. So let's see how it goes. Boom, boom, yeah. And that's the game. All right, we'll go to the next match. Alrighty, going into our last match here. Now this will be a really interesting matchup because I've went up against Bond teams with the Meliodas team already, and normally the Bond team does pretty well against Melee, which is gonna be interesting to see how good we do here, because Bond gets a lot of HP, and if we can, yeah, so 200k, that's not bad, but now he's gonna be able to put up stances, he's gonna be able to use Terry, he's going to use Gift, which is going to be unfortunate. I don't know. We're still going to have Nanashi buff on, but we don't have any Amplify cards at the moment. He doesn't have the Holy Relic, so if we can try to kill Arthur here, that's going to be probably our best bet. But our odds are kind of slim. We do have more than 2 cards for Sigurd, unfortunately, so we're not gonna get the extra whatchamacallit. Luckily, Nanashi's passive was good enough to remove some of his ultimate gauge, so he's not gonna be able to ult rush with him. Boom, boom. He didn't put up Gift for some reason, which is a huge mistake, because Gift literally gives you so much HP back, like it's ridiculous. Like, he really needs to put up Gift. I think instead he tried to prioritize rushing an ultimate, and that's not really gonna do him as much good here. The problem is, even like once he puts on Gift right here, I'm probably gonna have a really hard time trying to get that much HP down, which is gonna be ridiculous. And he's going for ultimate on him, which is gonna be really hard as well. I don't know, I can't remember exactly how Nanashi's passive works, but it actually did take away his ultimate gauge there, which is really, really nice. I think we just go for Extort to lower some stats, maybe into AoEs to hopefully take out Bond, because if we don't take out Bond soon, it's gonna be a big issue. I don't think this kills. Boom, boom. Oh, just barely killed on Bond, which is really good. We're really low on Arthur. Unfortunately, they have gifts, so they're going to get a decent amount of HP back. Yeah, they got a pretty good amount. We have 1 Amplify card on Sigurd, and we just keep pulling the AoE cards from Melee, which isn't awful, but it's just not ideal. I think we're in an okay position here. I think we should be able to kill Arthur here. If the big problem is if he rushes ult with Terry, it would be a problem, but he doesn't seem to be prioritizing Terry at all, because I'm not worried about getting my ult at the moment, and he's not putting up stance to counter, and so he doesn't really, because I'm not rushing ult, he doesn't really have any reason to attack with Terry. Boom. I think this kills. I don't know if this is going to kill Terry. I don't think it will. No, not Terry, unfortunately, because of all of the HP that he's got on the team. But I think we're going to be okay here. We're really close to getting ults on these two, but we actually won that. I think if he would have had the Holy Relic, it might have been a lot harder. If he would have used Gift a lot earlier, it would have been a ton bit harder. Honestly, with so many people using Melee at the moment, the Bond team is not bad. If you can use Bond right now, like if you're not running into a whole lot of Kings, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a toss-up, because the meta is actually a little bit more diverse at the moment because of all the different like festival units that are actually relevant. You may be okay to use Bond at the moment, but I don't know. You'll just have to kind of test it out and see. Either way, that's pretty much it for me. I was actually a little bit more surprised at how well this team did, just after like actually getting to experience it myself. I'm a little weird, like I feel a little bit weird about actually buying an entire Holy Relic out of it, because you know Holy Relic materials are pretty expensive, But hopefully I should be able to get enough relic materials by the time the next good one comes out, because I'm really looking forward to seeing one for like maybe Brunhild. I would really like to see one for like Jericho, or maybe some of the demons. I would really like to see what Monspeet's Holy Relic is going to end up being, but yeah, I should be fine. I should be okay to get some Holy Relic materials by that time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I really did enjoy this video. It was a lot of fun just seeing how the team worked and everything, using some older units that surprisingly work very well together. A lot of good synergy here, so that's really, really cool. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.